We're set at the end of 2009. The boxing world was beginning to murmur about a redhead from Guadalajara. Saúl Canelo Álvarez was only 19 years old, but his resume already screamed promise. An immaculate record of 31-0-1, with more than 70% of his victories coming by knockout. He wasn't a recognized world champion yet, but he already held the NABF welterweight title, a clear sign that the establishment was grooming him for the big leagues. Grab your favorite snack and get ready for an incredible fight, full of bravado and pride, along with a more than satisfying ending. Are you ready? Let's start with the context. Canelo's promoters, led by Óscar de la Hoya, knew they needed an opponent who would test not only his punching power, but also his temperament, a fighter who would force him out of his comfort zone. And they chose the perfect man for the task, the brash, the veteran, the natural-born provocateur. His opponent was Leonardo Tainer, nicknamed the Pain Server. At 34 years old, Tainer was a journeyman with experience against solid names. His record, though marked by a few losses, 20-3-2, included one crucial fact that couldn't be ignored. Leonardo Tainer had never been knocked out. He was known for his iron chin and his ability to endure punishment through 10 or 12 rounds, an incredible statistic considering he had battled against stars and lived to tell the tale. The clash of statistics. Tainer entered as the durability tester. Canelo, with an average fight-ending time around the 5th round, was under pressure to prove that his power was genuine, even against a wall like Tainer. But the real fight began before the bell even rang. Leonardo Tainer, with his uncontrollable style, decided to light the fuse. The taunts and the favorite in the press, Tainer didn't just focus on the 15-year age difference. He called Canelo a grade school kid and insisted that the Mexican's youth had nothing to do against his veteran's cunning. The insult escalated to a national level. Tainer ranted against Mexican boxing, claiming that fighters from that country were predictable and served only as punching bags for real athletes. The disdain was palpable. He also spent much of the training months mocking Canelo's name, claiming he would grind him up like cinnamon, an insult that added more fuel to the fire of the fight, one that Canelo publicly ignored, though his face betrayed every bit of his desire to destroy Tainer in the ring. The favorite of the fans and the press. Despite all the trash talk in the betting world, Canelo was the overwhelming favorite, roughly 10-1. However, the moral favorite of the Mexican public wasn't Canelo himself, it was vengeance. People weren't paying to see boxing, they were paying to see Canelo shut Tainer's mouth. While headlines exploded with Tainer's provocations, Canelo's team chose the most mature strategy: silence. Training details. At the Reynoso gym, Chepo and Eddie trained not only his body but his mind. The order was clear. Don't answer the mockery. Answer with the punch. They practiced tirelessly counter-punching to the body, knowing Tainer would drop his guard to provoke. Canelo's training focused on patience and on the anatomy of the knockout, not on the show. It was crucial for Canelo not to get carried away by the provocations. Statistically, he was far superior. But losing composure or chasing a desperate knockout could turn the tables. That's where Tainer could have the edge. Round by round, the deconstruction of arrogance. The night of the fight, the atmosphere in Tepic, Nayarit, was pure electricity. The bell rings. Vengeance begins. Round 1, arrogance in action. Tainer comes out true to his word. Arms down, mocking smile, making faces. He tries to unnerve Canelo right away, but the young Mexican is armored in focus. Canelo doesn't go for the quick knockout. He executes the surgical plan. He starts with strong jabs to the face to gauge distance and immediately follows with a short, devastating hook to the liver. The impact is audible. The veteran shudders, but keeps his mask of arrogance intact. Canelo is holding up remarkably well, fighting smart. He targets the soft spots, aiming to wear down an opponent who has always shown incredible resilience. Canelo's strategy is clear and solid. Attack and exhaust, increasing his chances of victory in the middle or later rounds. However, Tainer may have trained for a counterpunch or to wait for the perfect moment. It's a duel of patience.
Primer episodio que va a concluir en el momento. La mano derecha en condiciones esta que es la pantera en la esquina de... Si es escuchó usted, está cumpliendo años, la mano derecha martillada, de terminar, este que es el primer piso que siempre será la punta de la mano, y viene la mano.
Rounds 2 to 3, silent punishment and erosion. The fight turns into a masterclass of discipline versus showmanship. Tyner keeps moving with his guard down, sticking out his tongue after taking straight punches to the face. But Tyner is taking a beating, one that only he and his corner can truly feel. Canelo intensifies his attacks to the body. His double hooks to the liver are sharp and penetrating. He's breaking down the foundation. Tyner begins to show light redness and early fatigue, signs that his gas tank is running low.
El gran prospecto tapatío. Debe tener mucho cuidado el Canelo para apoyar al prospecto. Tyner intenta del Canelo, no alcanzó a castigar con plenitud, pero ahora sí mete una izquierda sólida con la combinación de 1-2 y trata de contra.
Canelo's punches are not to be ignored. Even though he hasn't landed a clean right hand all fight, his jabs are powerful enough to make anyone respect them, and it's clear they're already draining Tyner's vitality. The question now, how will Tyner's corner respond?
La pelea es mía, bien, la mano derecha.
En lugar, darle la vuelta para no darlo por...
Bien, izquierda y derecha.
Rounds 4 to 6. The mask begins to crack. At this point, the difference in speed is humiliating. Tyner throws slow, predictable haymakers. Canelo slips them perfectly with waist movement, an impressive display of defense, and counters with quick combinations to the face. The crowd goes wild at this show of maturity.
Aquí lo tienen ustedes, ven la diferencia. ¡Qué manera! También fue campeón mundial de la categoría de los pesos ligeros. Ahí, salgo Canelo Álvarez.
Nada fácil, pendiente, manteniendo el jab y disparándole.
In desperation, Tyner tries to mock Canelo after a feint. The Mexican answers with a devastating right hand straight to the tip of the chin. It's the moment Tyner realizes he's not in a show. He's in a real fight. His smile turns forced. It's clear now that Tyner's strategy isn't working and he's in serious trouble. He can't change tactics because his conditioning is far inferior to Canelo's. Waiting for a mistake from Canelo is like waiting for a miracle.
Tener la posibilidad de disparar golpes como ahora, que parece que se sublima el norteamericano. Ahí falla con la izquierda. Los dos se enfrascan en este cambio de golpes. Buen derechazo del Canelo a la punta de la barra.
Corto moviendo la cintura y contragolpeando.
La combinación con ese gancho. El referee Ricardo.
Efectivamente la
entre la guardia del norteamericano, gancho a la cara del Canelo, se acaba.
Pisarse es asumir de una manera incorrecta cuando...
Final rounds, 7 to 10. The lesson is complete. In the final stretch, Tyner is visibly exhausted. His movement is sluggish, his defense non-existent. Pride, however, is the only thing keeping him upright. He takes flurries from both hands, punches he once answered with taunts, but now can only respond with clumsy clinches.
Cuando estaba entrando este hombre que está abriendo la boca y que puede ser, va regresando la bazuca humeante.
Pero debe mantenerse alerta por los contraataques de que de repente sorprende su camino sin precipitarse.
De manera espectacular, o perdeveron de ambos puños y viene además esto la grita de gol.
He tries desperately to land a counterpunch, but they lack the strength to push Canelo back or cause any real damage. His only options are to clinch or retreat quickly to escape danger. It's pure torture. It seems that the grinder that was supposed to pulverize the cinnamon isn't working. Still, Canelo shows no signs of arrogance and doesn't take victory for granted. He isn't chasing the knockout, but neither does he allow Tyner to breathe or rest long enough to undo all the work he's put in throughout the fight.
Que se quedó a la mitad del camino, Leonardo Tyner, simplemente para hacer una actitud
con todo el peso del cuerpo. El
Canelo tratando de atacar para terminar la pelea, gancho izquierdo, remate con la derecha.
Jab sin desesperarse, ha asimilado bien los golpes el moreno, pero vaya que le está lloviendo.
His strategy is unfolding perfectly. Everyone knew Canelo would win on points, but deep down, the audience hoped for something more. To see the loudmouth go down. Could he make it happen?
Derecha, arriba, y después buscan. Ahora mete desde la tribuna. Bien, la repetición de izquierda, remate con la derecha, después otra vez la mano izquierda. Y lo invita Tyner. Ahí.
The final wear down. Canelo, in flawless physical condition, keeps hammering away. Tyner can only fight in short bursts, and every time he tries to throw, Canelo anticipates it. Tyner doesn't fall, a testament to his toughness. But the lesson Canelo is teaching is twofold. He has knockout power and the intelligence to dismantle a durable opponent round after round.
Abre con derecho de Tyner. Aún así el Canelo viaja. Vuelve a reventar sobre el rostro y después en la salida mete la mano izquierda. Meterlo con demasiado poder. Bien, la mano izquierda, derecha. Jesse Reyes. Bien, la mano derecha.
Y demuestra que tiene una gran resistencia.
Sí, gran resistencia.
Conclusion: the true champion of silence. The fight comes to an end after 10 rounds. Leonardo Tyner, though still standing, wore the marks of battle, his face bruised, his body drained, and most importantly, not a trace left of the laughter he had shown at the press conferences. In front of him stood an unshakable, focused, and fierce Canelo. The verdict: the judges didn't hesitate. The victory went to Saúl Canelo Álvarez by unanimous decision. 100-90, 100-90, 100-90, 99-91. The legacy of the night. This fight was far more than just another win on his record. It was proof that Canelo possessed the mental composure to ignore the venom and let his fists do the talking. The 19-year-old had given a lesson in humility and boxing to an arrogant veteran. The mouth that insulted Mexico was finally silenced. Leonardo Tyner went home with defeat and pain. But Canelo Álvarez left the ring with the certainty that his road to stardom was paved with the discipline of a veteran. Never underestimate the combination of youthful talent and the pride of a Mexican warrior. Closing and call to action. Do you think this was the fight that defined Canelo's champion mindset? Do you remember any other provocation this big? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give this analysis a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more epic boxing stories. See you next time.